Hi, my name is Pinky Ghelani and you are watching Pinky TV. This is what women want, and if you are joining us on Facebook, make sure you drop a comment and let us know where you are watching from. If you are on YouTube, subscribe to this channel to be the first to catch conversations like this and more. Also, don't forget to drop a comment here as well, and make sure you like this video. On this show, we have conversations with people about hope, resilience, and excellence. We aim to inspire you to find out who you are by internalizing this discussion that we have to make you discover yourself. How? Well, you're going to have to watch to find out. These conversations are brought to you by SBM Bank, and do not forget to watch all the way through for your chance to win a brand new phone with Safaricom. We are filming at the Social House. If you've always wondered about what it takes to develop strong willpower in life, then this show is for you. Shelina Madarata has been brought up in Kenya. She is the Metabolic Balance National License Holder and Coach for East Africa, DNA Fit Practitioner, Nutrition and Wellness Advocate. With several years of experience in metabolic balance, launching it in Kenya and East Africa in 2014, she's helped reveal and harness the powerful connection between food and health, weight loss and wellness. Shelina Meridatta has become a leading specialist in achieving optimal sustainable weight loss, health and well-being at any age or fitness level. Throughout her years as a metabolic balance coach and DNA fit practitioner, Shelina has transformed the health status, bodies and lives of countless people via smart, holistic, personalized nutrition. Shelina's holistic approach to health and weight loss and wellness encompasses 100% personalized, 100% natural programs based on bespoke programs which promote natural hormonal balance through nutrition, exercise, and a change in lifestyle, leading to live a happier, healthier life. She is also a beautiful wife and a wonderful mother, and our guest here today. Hello, Shelina.
Hi, thank you for having me on your show.
No, it's so nice to have you, so nice to see you after such a long while.
I know, it has been a long while, hasn't it?
You know, you're always looking fabulous.
Oh no.
We know why.
Oh yes, that.
We know why.
I can attest, yes.
Yeah. It's amazing that you are a mother of a 15-year-old. Goodness me, look at you. Look at all this.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
So Shelina, let's talk about your childhood. What did you want to be when you grew up?
You know, to be honest, I had no idea.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't
I wasn't one of those children
yeah.
who said, okay, I'm going to be a vet, or I'm going to go into medicine, or I really had no idea. It came much later in my life. And I'm glad it came later in my life. It allowed me to grow in a different direction that has also supported what I'm doing today. So yeah, there was no particular thing that I said I wanted to be. I had lots of aspirations, but not like a particular profession or such.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So you just had this life of, you know, any possibilities. Anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
Yeah.
I've always believed that.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you put your mind to it, you can achieve what you want.
Did that come from your parents?
It did.
Yeah.
My father, he guided me a lot in terms of what I should do. So I ended up doing 2 degrees in business.
Oh, wow.
And that really has helped me with my business today. And he played a strong role in my life. Okay. So did my mother,
yes.
In the sense that she taught me how to be fierce and go for what I want. And she gave me a lot of confidence as well as a child.
Is that important as parents to be able to instill these attributes in your children?
Oh, most definitely. I think it's really important, especially in today's world.
Yeah.
It's important to allow your child to be who they are, to embrace who they are. Guide them at the same time, but don't clip their wings. Give them roots and let them fly, and they'll become incredible human beings.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Let's stay here in your childhood a little bit. Some of the memories that you have that have really stuck with you and allowed you to become the person that you are today.
So I left home really young. I was around 10 years old. It was my choice. I wanted to go to boarding school, of which I did. and I loved my boarding school. It had a diverse student body, the teachers were great, it allowed me to be independent. And in those days, many, many years ago, I've just given up my age, haven't I?
many years ago.
Many years ago. It allowed me to be confident, to fight my corner, and to grow into a space that I had learned for myself, that I wasn't pushed into. My memories would be of spending lots of time during the holidays with my parents, which was always nice, coming back home. And then I continued on to university and made lots of friends and connections and learnt even more about myself. And I think that's what led to me several years later into the position that I am in today and the person that I am today. Okay. It gave me a lot of strength.
So, you know, you've talked about your business, your business degrees, you've talked about being in university and how that's molded you into who you are today. I'm going to get into that. But let's talk about, you know, friendships that seem to be very important, an important part of your life as well. Female friendships and what that is like for you.
Yeah, definitely. So I have a small circle of friends. I have a good circle of friends in the sense that people I can trust. Loyalty is something that's really important for me in a friendship. It goes both ways. There are many women in my life that have taught me, inspired me, have always been there for me, and have had times with me where we've had so much fun. Tears have been there, make up and break up. But I think as you mature, there's an understanding and an acceptance of one another.
Mm-hmm. And that's important.
That's important.
Just accepting.
I think accept people for who they are. Don't try and change them.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't necessarily like something about them, you don't have to shine a light on that. There's so many other qualities about people. We're all different people. The world would be so boring if we were all the same. And I feel people come into your life for a reason. Different people come in for different reasons. And it's important to embrace that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's really eye-opening. That's powerful as well. So, you know, you've got your relationships, your career, motherhood, everything that makes you who you are. But talk us through the process of what it takes to become this package.
A lot of hard work.
Okay.
A lot of hard work. I'm a very passionate person by nature. And I think that drives me. I can be a bit impulsive. My husband always says I dive into things. If I've got an idea in my head, and I always go for it. And that comes from my dad. He's always said, if you want to do something, do it. Just think about it. Think about it. As long as it's not hurting anybody, try it. If you don't try it, you don't know. And I think failure is a good learning lesson. You know, it's not all about success all the time. We go through failures, we learn through them, and we push through those. And for me, it's dedication, commitment, transparency, honesty, and one of the most important things is be yourself.
Yeah, that's what we push here as well. Yeah, it's important to be completely authentic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot
and
of
be original.
Don't embrace. Yeah, be original.
Be original.
A lot of people don't embrace failure. What would you tell our audience? You know, people who are watching, people who are afraid to just do it and fail. What would you tell them about embracing and owning your failures?
That's a really tough one because from an emotional perspective, we all react really differently. But I can honestly say that if you don't try, you will always live with the fact that you didn't try. And that regret alone, you don't want to live with. Try. If you fail, it's okay. Mope around the house for a while. Pick yourself up and find your next dream. So,
you know, when it comes to making our dreams a reality, as women especially, our lives seem increasingly full. You know, there's always
all the time.
There's always something else going on. How do we now become that person who can focus on making our dreams a reality? despite everything that's going on?
I think as women we wear a lot of hats, and I know it's really cliche to say that, but we do. And I think we have to find what is important to us. I can speak for myself. My husband Hitesh and my 2 kids are my priority. They will always be my priority. I will drop everything if they need me. My business is very important to me. It has made me who I am, and it has allowed me to make a lot of my dreams come true in an area that I never thought I would be in, which is wellness and weight loss and health. It's always been a passion for me. It's always something that I've had ingrained in me even as a child. It's something that I have always managed in my life, if I can say that, the way I eat, when I work out. It's always been an integral part of me, if I can say that. And when it came to me, I grabbed it with both hands, because I knew that, wow, I found something that is so connected to me, to my core, and I know that I can do this because I love it. I think it's really important to love what you do. To want to get out of bed in the morning is so important, because that's when you have your drive, your ambition, your passion, and you give it your all 100%. And it really, there's no secret to it.
Yeah. But you seem to have a magic recipe. This
I
is
don't.
What I'm digging for.
I promise you I don't. I'm a very sharing and caring individual.
Yes, no, that I know about you,
yeah,
for sure.
I mean, I share a lot of things that I have learned over the years, but there is no secret. If you want to do it, you have to put 100% work into it. And this is what I tell my children all the time. It's one thing saying that you want this, or you want to do this, or you want to aspire to this. But if you're just going to sit and do nothing about it, then you can't complain. You have to put your best foot forward, give it your all, and that's when you reap the rewards of what you want to achieve.
You come across as a very strong-willed person, you know, with everything that you've managed to achieve in your life. And I mean, even in your business, right? The things that what you are sort of prescribing to people.
Yes.
They need a strong will.
They do.
And I'll get into the details
Yes.
of your business so people understand it more. But how do you, what does it take for a person to be able to dig deep and find a strong will?
I think that a strong will, I think it comes from your core, and how badly you want something. If you're fickle about things, and then one day you think about it, and the next day it's not part of your story or part of what you want to make your story. Yeah. It has to come from within you. You can't fake will. It's such an integral part of me, what I want to do every day and how I want to help people every day, that it's second nature to me. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to push for it. I don't have to fake it. It's just something that is part of me.
Yeah.
And I think that with everyone, whether you're a doctor or an engineer or anything, if there's a will, there's a way.
So would you say that this comes from values and upbringing?
Not necessarily, because there's so many people who have come from situations which are difficult or more challenging, or are in places of experiencing tragedy in their life. But they've had the will to come out of that.
Yes.
They've got out of bed and said, no, I'm going to change my story. I'm not going to let this story dictate who I am.
Yeah.
So you can come from any walk of life.
So I had this conversation with my daughter the other day where, when we're talking about the strong will and how you're saying some people have that inclination and force themselves to do something. She says her negative self sometimes talks to her.
Oh, yes.
And, I've told her what a negative
Yes.
is.
Yes.
Your negative, your inner critic, who will always be there and tell you, this is the easier way.
Yes.
Or you will never achieve
Yes.
this. How do you control that voice?
Yeah, that is a terrible voice indeed, isn't it? And all of us have it.
Yeah.
I do too as well. And what I personally do is I push that voice out of my head.
Okay.
And I go for my goal.
But you recognize it.
I recognize the voice. I know what she sounds like.
Yeah.
And I know all the excuses that she will make. But over the years, I've made the other strong voicer in my head. She's louder in my head. And I tend to then listen to that. Of course, there are days when I listen to the other voice. But more often than not, I listen to the truth inside of me, not the excuses that can play in your head.
Yeah.
And I think we have enough people telling us, or you can't do it, or you won't do it. So you don't need that voice in your head then further aggravate the whole situation. So it's a very tricky way of just calming that voice or silencing it.
Yeah.
But it's not
Making
easy.
Making it a whisper.
Yeah, it's not easy. It takes resilience and practice.
Wow.
and visualizing your goal. I'm a very visual person in how I live my daily life and what I want, and I think that's helped me as a person.
Wow. So you sit down and you see the future of what you want your life to be like.
Yeah, I have aspirations, and I visualize, where I want to be, from the smallest things, what I want to do, how my day is going to start. I think self-affirmations are really important from the minute you wake up. And some days you need them, some days you don't. But yeah, it's an important part of everyone's story.
There's someone I follow on Instagram and Facebook. I love her. Her name is Mel Robbins. I don't know if you've heard of her.
No, I haven't.
Okay, she's very motivational, very inspirational. And she has this theory that, you have 5 seconds to take control of your internal dialogue. 5 seconds from the time you wake up, your mind will start telling you, oh, no, we don't need to go to the gym.
No, we don't need to do that. We'll do it tomorrow.
3 cups of coffee this morning. It's not a good day. And if you allow that to go on for more than 5 seconds, then you're basically allowing that inner critic to grow louder. So in those 5 seconds, you can take control. Do you believe that?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Well, sometimes it takes more than 5 seconds.
Really?
But yeah, it's about pushing that voice out of your head and actually getting it done.
Okay, so now I'm going to talk about what you do.
Okay.
Shelina is, she's very particular in health and what a lifestyle should be like.
Yes.
Am I right in saying that?
Yes, to a certain extent, yes.
And a lot of us, and when I say us, my friends and I, we've come to you when we need to shed a few kilos. But Shelina's more than that, I think.
Yeah.
It's more of a lifestyle. It's more of the nutrition aspect. It's more of living a healthy life going forward. It's the metabolic balance.
Yes.
And, with this pandemic, we've heard so much about how we can look after our health in the sense that stay at home, stay away from people, wear a mask, and we've not heard about what we need to eat to boost our immunity. Food is medicine.
Most definitely.
So why is food so important, and why is conscious eating important?
So, food can be something that can be taken as a crutch as well. So when this whole pandemic happened, I think there was so much chaos mentally for people as well, that food became something that they didn't really sort of pay much attention to. They started snacking, eating things that were not right for them. And I think now what I'm seeing, as people are realizing that they need to now get back to as much normalcy as possible, I'm getting the calls in the last few months. Metabolic balance is a really personalized, it's 100% personalized. It's based on your blood values. So it's not a fad diet. So it's not like I can pick up the phone and tell you, okay, Pinky, you should eat this and this and this and this and this, without you having your own plan. There are healthy foods out there. There are unhealthy foods out there. I don't believe there are really any bad foods, unless, of course, you're diabetic or you have a thyroid disorder or you have certain medical conditions. I truly believe if you eat everything in moderation and you strike a balance when you eat and you don't overindulge, you can actually achieve health really easily.
Yeah. You've had people who've come to you with thyroid issues,
Yes.
maybe diabetic,
Yes.
and they've been put on a plan, and suddenly you see that it's being reversed, or it's
Yes.
no longer an issue.
Oh, I've seen significant results.
Yeah.
So, you know, whether it's people with diabetes or thyroid, gout, acne, hormonal issues, trying to conceive, migraines, high blood pressure, it's an array of different ailments or illnesses that can be actually taken care of, managed, if not in a lot of cases reversed, just through food.
Wow. Okay.
And it's incredible that I've had so many clients who've had certain illnesses, have been on medication at the time, or have been told to get on medication, and within 16 days, the levels have normalized. And I actually have something that I was supposed to post today of a client who started with me 17 days ago, had a thyroid disorder, had cholesterol that was through the roof. 16 days later, I told her, I need to see your blood test results. It is unbelievable. Without any medication, everything is just normalized. Now it's about continuing that journey. It's not about saying, okay, now I'm okay, so I can go back and revert. You can still live a great life, eat all the foods you want, but be more mindful about what you put in your body. It's so important. It's the only place you really have to live.
Yes.
You know, it's your vessel. Look after it.
Yeah. They say my body is my temple.
There you go. You said it better than me.
Yeah. Well, vessel, temple.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true, because we have to look after.
Yes.
So is food medicine?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I do believe so. And I think the wrong food can trigger off so many issues within your body. You know, like for example, when people come and tell me and they talk to me, and I've heard it several times when they say, I'm eating really healthy. And I say, okay, what are you eating? And they say, oh, I have a salad for lunch. And there's this whole perception, yes, salad is great, it is healthy, but eating it every day is not going to give you the nutrients that you need. It's not going to help you achieve your goals of wellness, and you need variety, you need nutrition, and different foods can give you that. And this is what the whole plan is about, is that you will know from your food list which foods are going to help you get to your health goal or your weight goal. It's a lifelong plan.
So how do we make an effort to get to know our bodies better and allow us to become a better version of ourselves?
Do the metabolic balance program. No. In terms of becoming a better version of yourself, look after yourself. Take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. It's fine to eat the chocolate bar and to have the ice cream and to have the pizza. Nobody's saying don't eat it. We're just saying have it in balance and have it in moderation, so that you don't end up poisoning yourself, because that is what essentially people end up doing.
We don't pay much attention, right? Because like you said, you know, poisoning yourself, your gut gets affected by what you're eating.
Yes.
And your gut is directly related or linked to your brain.
Yes.
They say your gut is your first brain. Am I right in saying that?
Well, I think a lot of issues that I've seen from people, they all stem from the gut. So it is important. And when you find that over the years your digestion is not working, or it's slowing down, you're feeling more lethargic, your skin is looking dull and grey, your hair is thinning, it's falling. These are all signs your body is giving you. You're putting on weight. The pair of jeans that used to fit you 2 months ago is no longer comfortable. These are signs. Listen to them. Don't ignore them. Because it's not like people wake up one day and, you know, have added 40 kilos overnight.
No.
It comes on, and it's so important to listen and look at yourself. I think it's so important to look at yourself, you know, whether it's when you come out of the shower, Look at yourself. We change every day, and especially as women, so many hormonal changes taking place, and appreciate yourself, and be kind to yourself, and eat well, eat balanced, and you can't go wrong that way.
Yeah, and like you said, look, I think a lot of us fear looking at ourselves. So you're not only looking at yourself externally, but internally as well, where you have to say, okay, there's an issue, and it's not.
Yeah, and I'm not happy.
You
know when you're not happy within your own body. And it's not about being thin. It's not about being a size 0. It is about being happy in your own skin and being healthy and looking after yourself.
They say that there's a saying, we don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. What, when we're talking about the secrets of loving yourself in your body, especially as we advance in age, aside from what you eat, how else can you look after this vessel?
Have fun.
Yeah.
Be spontaneous. That works for me.
Yeah.
And I have lots of fun with my husband, with my children.
Give me ideas of having fun.
So, my husband and I have a date night every Friday.
Okay.
And my kids know this when they used to live with us. And it's our time, it's our fun time. And we don't talk about work. We talk about ourselves and what we want to do. And we laugh and we joke. And it's just about being free. Leaving everything behind and just having a little bit of fun. You don't have to spend lots of money to have fun. Go on holiday, that's great.
Yeah.
But you can do it at home. Spend time with your children. One of my favorite parts of the day is when my children are home, is the good night time. Because we all crawl into bed together.
Aww.
Even our dog Milo.
Yeah.
And we all laugh and we joke. And my kids have a tendency to always take the mick out of me all the time. It's hilarious. It's also nice to laugh at yourself.
Yeah.
We can't always be serious all the time. And that's what, it's simple. Find something that is true to you and relax and have fun and enjoy. Enjoy yourself, enjoy your own company and of those around you.
Yeah. What would you say to women who are watching who own small businesses, especially during this time? What sort of inspiration would you give them about how to remain relevant and how to remain constant?
Be patient. Give yourself a break. Keep pushing. Don't give up. And always have faith in yourself and your abilities. And if you want to do it, you will do it, no matter how many people are telling you or shouting you down. Don't listen to those voices. Have faith in yourself, push, and aspire to be the person that you are by having that inner strength within you that we all have.
So, you talked about your business degree, so you have 2 business degrees.
Well, yeah, that was a long time ago, but yes.
But does this help you?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
So would you advise people who are looking at getting into business to ensure that they get it?
That's a very personal question because some people don't have access to education. If you do have access to education and you're still young, or doesn't matter actually how old you are, and you want to educate yourself, it's really important. It will equip you with a lot of knowledge, and it will help you through your business. It definitely does. But I also admire people who have had no education and have succeeded in their life because of their drive and their ambition, and they've self-taught themselves.
Yeah.
And I think that's absolutely incredible.
Yeah. Some people just thrive through experiences.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you said,
they're self-taught.
I think also with the fact that we live in an information age, things are so available. Watch this series.
Yes.
You learn so much. I asked one of my guests this when we started this show, and I think it's a very powerful question because it's mostly for mums, and mums who think far into the future. You know, when we leave this world, a lot of us are going to write wills. We're going to leave stuff for our children, material stuff. But if I told you that you can't leave any stuff, Shelina, but you can leave words of wisdom for your children, what would those words of wisdom be?
Oh, wow. Love yourself, be kind to yourself, be true to yourself.
Yeah. Those are things that we all need to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think as we've grown up as well, I mean, I wasn't told that. Were you?
No.
Yeah.
We had to learn
We
it.
learned it.
Yes.
So if I can leave that behind for my children, I think it will allow them to really grow into these beautiful people. Because when you're kind to yourself, you're kind to other people.
Yes.
When you love yourself, other people are going to love you.
Yeah. It starts with you.
It starts with
said,
you.
With this vessel.
It starts with you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we know what sort of a mum you are by the way, you know how you say you laugh at yourself and you crawl into bed with your kids. But what are you a rigid mum? Are you easy? Are you? It has to be this way.
No. I listen to my children, and I guide them as best as I can. Yes, of course, I'm human. There have been moments where I say, well, it has to be this way. And they ask me why. This was when they were little. I said, because I said so. And
Mommy said so.
yeah, and I find that over the years, as they grow older, you cannot use that. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Right? So you have to understand. The more you understand your children, because they are mini little extensions of you with their own personality and their own character. And there are times when I look, at my children and I think, wow, he's actually really quite familiar to me in his thinking or to his father. And it's about understanding the human. It's about understanding your child. Where is this coming from? And talking to them and allowing them to speak and allowing them. Children can tell you a lot. They can teach you an immense amount and in the end become your teachers.
Yeah.
And I think that's how I parent. I listen to my children and I guide them. I allow them to make decisions, obviously with the care that they're not making silly ones. But even when they do want to, for example, my son wanted a haircut recently and he chose a haircut which was trending. It's a nice haircut. But I wanted something a little bit more groomed. And I sat back and, I said, this is not a battle I need to fight. I allowed him to do it. And as the hair grew out, he changed his hairstyle.
Yeah.
So sometimes just allow them just to be. You don't always have to be that controlling.
Yes.
I think you end up having a much better relationship, a much more significant, meaningful relationship when you have a conversation with your child. It's very easy as a mother or as a parent to think, well, I know best. You may not always know best.
My son wants blue hair.
Let him do it. It'll grow out.
What do you think is the most important thing as mothers to teach our sons?
To be good men. To love their partners, whoever they are, completely, honestly. Allow their partners to be who they are. Not try and mold and change them. To be kind, considerate, respectful. And to blossom together and allow each other to grow. I think it's so important, and to grow together.
Yeah. So many nuggets there, but I wish I had a notebook here and I've written everything down, but I will watch this again and I'll make sure that...
You're an incredible mother yourself.
Oh, thank you.
You are. I've seen you with your children.
I always question. I think mothers always question.
Oh, there's always that doubt.
Yeah.
Because they didn't come with a manual.
No, I wish they did.
Yeah.
And
there's so many second guesses. Am I doing this right? I hope they're going to grow up to be these incredible, kind, caring human beings. I think that's so important.
It is.
And you know, there's so much responsibility on us, mothers and fathers. I think in our day and age, both parents play a huge role. And I think if as parents you have the same, you're reading the same book and you're on the same page, it makes the whole process even easier.
Yeah. I agree.
Yes.
Shelina, thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure.
Thank you everyone for watching. These conversations are brought to you by SBM Bank. SBM Bank is leading the way when it comes to diversity and inclusion. Internally, over 53% of their staff are women, 29% of them in senior management. For your chance to win a brand new phone, all you have to do is subscribe. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, subscribe to the newsletter, and subscribe to Safaricom Postpay. And I have all these details on the links below this video. Shelina and I would love to hear from you. And we hope that Shelina has reminded you that you come first. I want to say thank you so much.
Oh, it's been a pleasure chatting to you. I actually forgot about the cameras.
Yeah. There are no cameras here. It's just me and you.
Just me and
all
you.
All that's missing is a glass of wine. Are we allowed wine?
Yes,
okay.
Why not?
On this show, we have conversations that aim to inspire, and we hope that it causes you to take a deep dive within yourself. Find out who you are. Real power is always internal. Real power is self-love. Real power is from your core, and real power comes from authenticity. There's nothing like showing up as your authentic self. Find that person and show up as that person every day. The world will be grateful that you did. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media platforms and stay updated on what's happening on this content and more. My name is Pinky Ghelani, and I thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you again real soon. Bye-bye.